Madagascar vanilla and French peanuts, and that just, I think that makes a lot of newer cigar smokers enjoy their cigars less because they're looking for something that is just not there. Okay. I have somebody I know calls it gustatory hallucinations. You will get impressions of things as you smoke anything organic. It all comes out of the ground. There's things in the ground, minerals, and that make flavors. Vidalia onions. They're Vidalia onions because of the soil they're grown in. Your Cuban tobacco is great because of the clay, the red soil of Cuba. Parmigiano Reggiano from Italy is great because of the cows and what's in that region and what they eat. And so, yeah, you'll get things, and you'll get an impression of anise, or you'll get an impression of black cherry, especially like in Nicaraguan tobacco. There's typically some notes of black cherry. Some of the Maduro type wrappers could give you some anise or black licorice type flavors, but it's not going to be a constant thing. It's going to be fleeting, and it's going to be occasionally. If you're going to taste black cherry through a whole cigar, it ain't tobacco. Okay? Tobacco tastes like tobacco, and there'll be some undertones or other little things that happen as you're smoking. But if you sit there looking for it, you're not going to find it. And, you know, just enjoy your smoke for what it is. And, take your time. Um, this one, see, like just there, I caught some damp earth type of a flavor. No, I've taken a couple of puffs off the cigar. That was the first time I tasted that. This is a damn good cigar. Cigars years ago, I think there was a different generation of farmers that came from Cuba. They knew what they were doing. And, when Castro took over, and I can't think of the right term right now, um, but when he confiscated all the farms, a lot of those men left. They took seed with them. They went, I think Yaneza may have been the first guy that went to Honduras. But Dominican Republic, um, I think even like the Canary Islands, maybe Jamaica. Jamaica's tobacco industry was wiped out after one of the big hurricanes. But they grew their tobacco, and I think with them died a lot of secrets, and I think um, there was a little bit of a lull there in the talent. Like the new guys had to learn some of these secrets, or had to get an innate understanding of what they were taught. So in other words, the master teaches them something. They understand the words, but they had to really learn. So I think there was a period of time there where cigars really suffered. And then the cigar boom came, and they were making cigars out of stems. They were horrible. Anything to get tobacco. And then so years ago they used to take that stuff and put it back into the soil. Now they were making cigars out of the garbage that you didn't. And so now and then cigars became so popular, and so many people trying different kinds, and it got Cigar Aficionado came out, and they really created a big interest in cigars. And that big boom, while it created a problem for a few years getting good cigars, I think the end result was that people started trying more cigars. They didn't just grab one cigar. Years ago, a guy smoked one cigar brand, basically. And he might switch off a little bit, but he'd smoke Ori de Nicaragua, and that was his cigar, and that's what he smoked. Now they try different cigars. A guy might have 20, 30 different brands of cigar in his humidor. But so a lot of practice these guys have had over the past 20 years, 30 years, and today I think really are the best cigars. The Cuban cigars are getting better. You know, that's the economy that they're in. Move that stuff, man. You know, don't let it sit in the warehouse. Don't let it sit in the curing barns. Get it to market, and then create a mystique about it and say that, yeah, you got to age them for 20 years for them to taste right. The cigar should taste great when you buy the box. If it doesn't, there's a problem. So, you know, don't listen to people when they say, oh, the cigar's going to be great in 10 years. They don't know what they're talking about, okay? If a guy's been smoking for 2 years and he says, oh, man, that cigar's going to be great with some age on it, how the hell does he know? You know, you've got to taste the cigar when it's fresh. You got to put the box up for 10 years. Maybe take one out a year to see how it's progressing. So, you know, people get into a hobby. They want to be bloggers. They want to be this or that. But the truth of the matter is, nothing beats experience. And if you're going to ask somebody questions about cigars, make sure they have some experience. And that's about all I can think to say right now. So I'm going to enjoy my smoke. And I hope that that made some sense. And yeah, it's a little long, but this is a how-to. That's acceptable. So, sweet smokes, folks. Till next time.